Good morning, students. Today we are bringing a new chapter of social science. It is chapter 3, Our Glorious Past. So, students, tell me the continent in which India is located. The answer is, as you know all, as Asia. Name two other countries located in this continent. The countries are Pakistan and Afghanistan. Most important question is, why is South Asia called the Indian subcontinent? This answer is that the landmass in the around India is called Indian subcontinent. In the chapter Our Glorious Past, we are going to learn about the people who lived in the first city of the Indian subcontinent. Do you know what is the civilization? A civilization means a well-developed and organized human society. So we are going to learn about the Indus Valley civilization and the Gupta period. But before we begin our topic, we have to learn about the concept of timeline. Europeans introduced this concept of timeline to the world. The birth of Jesus Christ is seen as one of the most important events in Europe, as the year of this birth was used to mark the beginning of the calendar. That is the first year. The year after his birth are written as CE or Common Era. On the timeline, the year before the birth of Christ are written as BCE or is called as before Common Era on the timeline. So if we write that Indus Valley civilization existed in 3000 BCE, this means that is existed 3000 years before the birth of Jesus. Hope this concept is clearly understood by all of you. Now, let us begin our today's topic, Indus Valley civilization and the Gupta period. The first known civilization of the Indian subcontinent is the Indus Valley civilization. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were its first cities. The Indus Valley civilization got its name from river Indus around which it developed. The Indus Valley civilization existed roughly between 3000 BCE and 1500 BCE, that is about 5000 to 3500 years ago. The next important period about which we are going to learn is Gupta period. From 320 CE Common Era to 550 CE Common Era, that is about 1700 to 1500 years ago, powerful Gupta rulers set up a large kingdom in the northern part of India. This kingdom is known as Gupta empires. A very big kingdom is known as an empire. Its rulers ruled for more than 200 years. They set up their capital at Patliputra near river Ganga. Now we are going to learn about how developed the science of building is during these periods. This means that the field of engineering was very well developed too. Let us know about the skilled builders and engineers of the Indus Valley civilization and the Gupta period. Today, we will learn about the towns, houses and public buildings of the Indus Valley civilization and temples and rock-cut caves of the Gupta periods. Students, do you know which were the earliest city of the Indian subcontinent? Is Harappa and Mohenjo-daro of the Indus Valley civilization. Do you know that the Indus Valley people were excellent town planners and engineers? Their towns and cities were better planned and built than many of the modern day towns. They built important buildings at a high platform. High walls were built around the buildings to keep them safe from flood and enemies. Now look at the street shown in figure. Can you see the main street running from north to south and other streets cutting it at right angles? Look at the rounded corner of the streets. The streets were built in this way so that they could be cleaned on their own by winds. The streets were also rounded off as corners to let bullock carts turn easily. That's magnificent. Isn't students? They built magnificent houses too. Look at the image of the houses of the Indus Valley. These were built on both sides of the street. They were made of sun-dried and baked bricks. These bricks were uniform in size. Observe the door carefully. The doors were built on the side of the house and not in the front. This were done to prevent overcrowding in the main street. All the houses had a courtyard to let fresh air and light into the house. Each house has a well to draw water and a kitchen and bathroom with sloping floors. Do you observe a narrow drain connected to the bathroom and street drain? The sloping floor of the bathroom and kitchen allowed water to move into the narrow drains built along the kitchen and the bath. These narrow drains carried the wastewater to the main underground drain built on the side of the road. These drains carried the waste to large pit built outside of the city. The roads did not smell bad from the drain because the drains were covered with the stone slabs. The drains were cleaned regularly by removing the stone slabs. They had a great sense of cleanliness. This brings us to the end of today's session. Hope this is a session of joyful learning of interesting facts about our ancient and glorious past. Stay home, stay safe, students. Bye-bye.